Okay, so outside on my patio. I know I look kind of rough today, but for the past couple days, it's been a lot of work with the gardening, with doing everything outside. I usually will have my plants out here where the plastic will warm this area and they'll get some good sunlight. But we have been getting 4 or 5 days in a row where it's just been really, really rainy and wet, and the temperatures have kind of dropped into like the mid-30s. So I did have to move basically all of my seedlings and smaller plants inside to keep them protected. Last night, this morning, we did have a severe freeze warning where it was going down to like 26 degrees. So yesterday I went and I wrapped my roses, my apple trees. I moved the hollyhocks that I had outside in the mint and put it in my greenhouse, covered the onions that I have in my onion box, and just kind of tried to protect at least the trees that have blooms and flowers on them. I did not want to lose any of those. At the moment, they are still covered. I'm not going to uncover them until tomorrow. Tonight, we're again supposed to get in the 30s, and then after that, we're going to be clear, I believe, to go into the 40s and above. Our last frost freeze date is around the 9th, so it's about the time where it's going to be the last freeze date. And my dogs are downstairs. They are just not happy with this weather that's been happening. They have not been wanting to run around with all this water and this rain. But what I'm going to do today, I've actually brought all my plants back out. I'm actually going to get ready to water them. But while I am getting ready to do that, I'm actually going to do 2 videos. One video here we're going to start with, and it is from a company called BRECK'S. Fine quality Dutch bulbs. Bulbs direct to you from Holland since 1818. Product of the Netherlands. Carefully selected, cultivated, and grown in Holland. Packed and shipped from BECK, Holland. I know I'm not going to pronounce that right. Noorderhaag, Holland. I apologize. That is just a super long word and my tongue doesn't flow very well. But I actually got a package, and these were put on order last year, and they actually just came a couple days ago. And like I said, with the weather being so yucky and bad, I just kind of kept them in the bags and put them in a cool place. So BRECK'S, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages. Now the thing is that all of these packages that I have are all going to be dahlias. 5 packages of different dahlias, and I'm going to open them up with you and kind of let you know what they are. This first one here is called a Ferncliff Illusion Dahlia, and in these there are 2 clumps, which I guess does mean like 2 clumps of tubers. Now I am going to be completely honest. I got these 2 days ago. 2 days ago, and I have been getting tubers and stuff from a lot of companies, but these definitely, these look pretty bad. I mean, there is mold and mildew on them, and I know I shouldn't even be breathing that. It shouldn't even be close to my face, but these are not even close to being plump and big and dried how they're supposed to be. So the first bag, I am completely not happy with. Actually, I'm gonna probably give them a call after I make this video. But the second one is called a Winkie Colonial Supersized Dahlia. And again, these are so sad looking. I mean, some of the tubers are cut in half and they're pretty dry. The tubers are damaged. You know that's gonna rot. That's cut in half, that's cut in half, that's broke. So those are actually awful. And I hate opening these up and doing a review on them, but I was actually super tickled to get these because it's been months and months and months. And this is awful. What they're sending is awful. This is a tuber, and you could tell it's clearly been cut. This is the stem. This is awful. This is some very, very bad and awful product. Like I said, these tubers are cut off. These tubers here are broke at the tip. This one is rotted. That was Kenora. This one is Fleurel. Again, most of these tubers are barely connected to this main stem, and you need the tubers to be able to grow the dahlias. This tuber here is split and cut. This one right here looks to be finally about a bigger size tuber, but the tubers on it are already separating and damaged. They're barely even hanging on. They're all already cut. These aren't gonna grow. And this one is Lilac Thyme Dahlia. All right, so just to let everybody know, this tuber right here, this one right here, this is what a healthy tuber is supposed to look like. It's not supposed to look like these over here that are dried up and bent and broke, or ones that are coming off or not even attached to the stem. So out of this, probably only this one and maybe one more would grow. The rest of these are all broken off. And out of all of the tubers, out of all of the bunches that I have, this is about the only one that looks like it's even halfway decent. It's got 1, 2, 3 tubers on it that are good. It does have the tubers. They are a little bit broke from the top of the stem mass. Here's a tuber here that you can tell it's dried out and rotted. So I am actually going to do a phone call right after I get done recording these, because usually, like I said, when I do a review or something, it's usually opening the bag and wow, that's wonderful, wow, that's beautiful, but this was disappointing. So if I need to send this video to BRECK'S, I will. I do believe I have gotten product for them before, but like I said, this is disappointing. I mean, that is awful. And I'm sure you can see the mold and everything on these. And the thing is that these things aren't cheap. And the time that you wait for these to come in is immense, months and months, especially if you order them at the end of a season and wait a new season for them to come in. So, unfortunately, that was a bomb. That was not how I was hoping this video was going to go. I was hoping that I was going to be oohing and eyeing, but in a good sense, not like ewing and ohing, but I will actually call the company right now and see if, because that's, I do believe each bunch was like $20 and there's 5, so that's like $100 there. So definitely not happy with the quality of them, not happy with the clump sizes. I mean, most of them aren't even, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I actually, which is kind of funny, I actually am going to do another video on another container, and it's from a different company. It's from Holland Bulbs, and I'm going to actually start that after I get on the phone call with these people. So I will be back and I'll do an update on what happens. Okay, so I actually just got off the phone. Now, with BRECK'S, I just did a opening, and unfortunately 95% of what I got sent was broken, molded, dried out, wasn't and isn't usable. So I did call the company, and I actually got to talk to one of the sweetest customer service people ever. She was so nice. She took my YouTube information because I did have 5 different dahlias that were coming, and I had told her that I had made the videos, and that to show that there were, you know, the video shows that they were damaged and not pliable, not usable. And 4 of them were in stock, but 1 was not. So she reshipped me the 4 of them, and I had asked her if they were going to come, you know, better. She said they should come better, and they should, you know, definitely make sure that they are usable. 1 of them was not in stock anymore. So she was asking me if I wanted to go online and pick another one out, and I had told her no. I told her, you pick me one out. So she went through and she picked me out a dahlia. I have no idea. I could barely hear the name when she was telling me it, so I really don't know the name of the dahlia she's sending me. I know it's a ball. I just don't know which one, and I have not even tried to look on the website to see which one it is. So it is going to be a surprise. All right, so I have 4 dahlias being reshipped. The lilac one is the one that they did not have in stock. So out of the 4 dahlias that I have, only the lilac I will not get again. But I am super excited and super tickled to get the reshipment. Now it is going to take, unfortunately, she said the 13th of this month up until like the beginning of April-ish. So it could be another month before I get my tubers. So am I happy about that? No, but I am so happy that I got this resolved. The lady was so kind and so nice, and she actually made something that was disappointing into something fun and something that actually made me happy. So I will do a follow-up later on when I get my new Dahlia tubers, and fingers crossed that they do come this next time in better condition. Because I do openings, you know, I've done openings before, and I want to definitely be truthful in that. And I know that sometimes you do get a dud, and it just happens. So we will see. And with that, I will go ahead and end this video. But I'm going to leave it on a happy note. Customer service was excellent. This lady who took care of me was excellent. So that does make up for a part of it. So again, I'm going to update when I get these. It could be a month or so. But I will see you when I get more. But I'm also going to be making some other videos. So check those out too. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. All right, so today we are going to do an update video. Even though I have not at this time posted the part 1, I'm actually going to continue from part 1, which you probably just finished, to part 2. And I'm getting my stuff situated right here right now. So the video that I just, well, I didn't just do it, it's been quite a little bit. Today is April 1st, and about 2-3 days ago I got the reshipment of 4 of the 5 of my BRECK'S order. As you can see from the part 1 that we just got done doing, the first shipment came and it was, not gonna lie, awful. Awful. And I did contact BRECK'S. BRECK'S is BRECK''S. And this is the update on it. So I got 4 out of the 5 Dahlias resent. The one that did not get resent was, I can't even remember right now, but I'm going to tell you which ones got sent, and then we'll figure out which one didn't get sent. So in this box came the order, and again they sent a really nice brochure of other plants and how to grow your plants. Thank you for your order. Let's see, in here we have replacement, the Kenora, Macob, Ferncliff, Illusion, Wrinkle Leaf, Dahlia Tuber, and the Fleurel Dahlia. There's one more that was in the past order, but it's not here. I don't have the paper with me, but I did want to do an update. So I went ahead and opened them up and got them spread out so we could see a little bit better. And we're going to start with the Ferncliff infusing. So when you order dahlias, they're supposed to come in 2 clumps, okay? 2 clumps of tubers. And I have just opened these up. They were in the bag in a dark place. And 2 clumps of tubers. So the last one said that they were from Holland. These ones say that they're from Canada. So, but I'm going to show you. I'm hoping you can see that. This is, there is a very little bit of growth on there, but this is supposed to be 1 clump. And there's some growth on here, and this is 2 clumps. Now mind you, these dahlias were $20–$25 for a pair of 2. So they're not rotted in that like the other ones were, but they are definitely, this one came, it does have a little bit of growth right here, but so many of the tubers, when it was packaged, were off of the main clump. And let's see, this one is the Wrinkle Colonial Supersized Dahlia. Now, this right here, in my mind, is what a clump should look like. It should have many tubers that are healthy and connected, a bunch. It does have a new growth here. It should not look like that. So, are these better than the last ones? Yes. I've got to say that they do have what looks like new growth on them. And then we're going to do the Fleurel Dahlia. This is one clump. And again, now there does look like to be a couple tubers on here. And then the second clump, there is some growth right there, but I hate that these tubers, and I'm gonna come around and peek so you can make sure to see, these tubers are like all broke and just hanging by threads. I mean, look at that one, it's just barely hanging on. So I don't know if that's what happens to them when they dig them up, which I'm sure it's not, but I think it's what happens when they're dry and they're packaged. They just grab them. They're not maybe as gentle with them as they should be, but these tubers here, most likely they're not going to grow. Let's see, this last one here is the Kenora Macob. Now, like I said, this one right here does look like a bunch of tubers that you do want to buy. So there is a couple growths here, one growth there, and I'm gonna come around and look also, so you can see there's growth here. There's a growth right there. And I thought there was one more. Wait, there's just two. One? Yeah, there's just two. But these look healthier, way better than the last ones. Now this is disappointing. So this is a clump, right? This is a clump. This was the other clump. So look at how sad that looks. That's just basically, that's basically nothing. I mean, did they think, oh, we're gonna send this big one and then we'll give you a little shitting one? I don't know. And I hate to, again, I hate to complain, I do. But as far as like dahlia tubers and that from now on, I have got to definitely find maybe a better supplier for tubers, because I'm not going to call again and complain. It's just not worth the time. Like I said, some of them are nice looking, some of them are just, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. The fifth one, I know that they said that it was out of stock, so I do believe that they sent a credit to my account. Not ever buying dahlias again. There are some other things. I've never had any luck with gladiolas really. So we'll just kind of see what what I might get. But again, they do have some really pretty catalogs. They do have some really, like, for instance, this Frozen Queen Cutta Lily looks pretty cool. But yeah, so to end my BRECK'S review on the dahlias, again, that first part, they were just awful. Who's digging downstairs? Somebody's digging. I hear you. But this next, this one that they resent, it did take about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks-ish to get it. But yeah, about 3 weeks, to get it. I'm happier with these than the other ones. The other ones are all molded, mildewed, just awful. These are the opposite. These are dried. So we are going to plant these, give them the moisture they need, and see if they will recuperate. It looks like they will. There is growth on here. So BRECK'S, B-R-E-C-K-S, Dahlia Tuber review. Let's get these planted and we will see how it goes. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in this box because there's a couple other videos that I want to make. And as you can see down here, it is all empty. It is all getting so empty. I have taken all of my vegetable plants outside. I am gonna turn you around so you can see. Let's go this way. I put some of my dahlias that I had guarded from last year. There's dahlia, no, let's see, there's lilies there, dahlias, more lilies, and the gladiolas, and over here are hyacinths. So I'm trying to give them a little bit of a better home outside right now. And then over here, all of my cilantro died. Cilantro, all of it died. I have one cepiche plant. Papalo, there's a couple surviving. Pepicha, I'm down to one. Episote, nothing ever grew. And the anise is still doing good. Over here, I do have small lily bulbs in that. So hopefully these will grow. But let me take you outside real quick so you can see. So we have the hyacinths here. And then here we have these lilies that I had from last year. These are the dahlias that I had dug up from last year. Lilies I had from last year, and these are the only gladiolas that I had from last year that survived. And out here, we have been getting just a ton of rain. And the bad thing is that we've been getting lots and lots of snakes. And I mean lots of snakes. Right now it's kind of cool, so I'm looking. I don't see any right now, but the snakes have definitely been coming up on these back rocks because the water has been just rising so high. But everything is green. Everything's getting green. We have a lot of lily pads. Lily pads out here. A lot of cattails. Just Really, really, really pretty. All right, well, with that, I'm gonna flip the camera back around and maybe go up a little bit, but hopefully my head's not cut off. But all right, so with that, again, that's the end of my review on my Dahlia tubers. So I am actually going to end this video. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you by chance have a company or something that does have really, really nice Dahlia tubers, leave in the comments. Let me know where you get your Dahlia tubers. If you have had some bad experiences too, leave that in the comments too, so I can kind of know how to keep an eye out for that. But I really, really like dahlias, and you know, worst case scenario is that I get them at either like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, where I can actually see the tubers before I buy them to make sure that they're healthy. But with that, I will go ahead and let you go. You guys enjoy, well, today's Friday. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and you guys have a good day, night, evening, wherever you are, or whenever you watch this video. Thanks for watching again. Bye.